The contract figures for Caitlin Clark and NBA star Victor Wembanyama have sparked discussions ahead of Clark's inaugural WNBA season. Clark has secured a 4-year contract worth $338,000 with the Indiana Fever, while Wembanyama has an impressive $55, $1 million agreement for the same term. Clark's profile has risen notably, highlighted by her inclusion in the world's 100 most powerful women list. In a discussion with Forbes, Pete Gregorio, a principal at Deloitte University, noted, "The substantial investment in women's sports largely relies on sponsorship and media rights. The media landscape reflects brands' willingness to invest." Caitlin Clark could potentially equal Victor Wembanyama's earnings if brands dedicate 50% of their marketing to women's sports. As time goes on, the question remains if companies will boost investments in women's sports. Clark's influence has led to increased attendance and viewership in the WNBA, yet the league still grapples with ongoing financial challenges. Recent reports from the New York Post state owners are unlikely to see a return on investment soon, according to sources close to the matter. The WNBA is projected to incur a $40 million loss this season, 2024, an improvement from the previously expected $50 million loss cited by multiple media outlets, but still a significant deficit, sources have indicated. Looking ahead, a new $2 billion media rights deal set to invigorate the WNBA for the next 11 years, starting in 2026, brings hope for the league's financial stability. However, the connection between this financial boost and increased corporate support for women's basketball remains uncertain. Forbes has placed Caitlin Clark at 13th on its 2024 list of the world's highest-paid female athletes. Leading the list is tennis player Coco Gauff, who earned $4 million in prize money, alongside $25 million in endorsements. Fellow tennis player Iga Swiatek follows closely with total earnings of $8 million, while freestyle skier Eileen Gu rounds out the top 3 with $22, $1 million. Clark has accumulated $1 million, with a notable $8 million from endorsements. Last season, her earnings from the Indiana Fever totaled $76,500, and with a $78,000 contract due in 2025, her off-court income could elevate her ranking. A drop in participation in girls basketball has prompted one of Nebraska's largest high schools to cancel its varsity team for the year. The decision made by Grand Island Senior High School, the third largest in the state with over 2,600 students, mirrors a national decline in girls' sports participation, despite the increased popularity of women's basketball, fueled by Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, which has attracted record fan numbers to arenas and television. Schools nationwide have made similar choices, yet this has not eased the challenges for those committed to Grand Island basketball. We recognize the challenges ahead. We've been on the sidelines for a long time, yet, to be honest, people were hesitant to invest the necessary effort, stated Jeremy Jensen, a former Grand Island mayor and high school soccer coach who wishes more actions had been taken to create a sustainable girls' basketball program. The high school in the mainly blue-collar city of 52,000, roughly 120 miles, 190 kilometers west of Omaha, chose to suspend its varsity and junior varsity teams this year after there was no interest from juniors or seniors in playing. The team experienced a series of significant losses, and with many young athletes focusing on a single sport, along with competing activities for girls' time, the school preferred to focus on developing young players instead of fielding a team of freshmen and sophomores. However, the school's decision was surprising, especially as college and professional women's basketball is gaining popularity, partly due to WNBA Indiana Fever guard Clark's record-breaking performance at the University of Iowa. Kansas State University women's basketball coach Jeff Mittie noted that higher viewership does not necessarily mean more players. Certainly in college, all our games are televised, making them accessible. But that doesn't mean they're participating in the sport, Mittie clarified. It merely indicates they enjoy watching it. Since Clark's birth 22 years ago, participation in girls' high school basketball has declined by almost 20%, making it the fourth most popular sport, behind volleyball, soccer, and track and field, each of which has seen double-digit participation increases, according to the National Federation of State High School Associations. Despite the drop in basketball participation, overall involvement in high school sports has increased, with over 4 million girls participating last year. In recent years in Grand Island, Jim Ward has noticed every player on his eldest daughter's middle school team leave basketball in high school, either to pursue other sports like volleyball or wrestling, or due to disinterest. During this time, the high school girls team was losing games by margins of 70 points or more. The team lost 43 of its last 44 varsity games and has not won more than 3 games in a season since 2016-17, with its last successful season in 2009 as 10. If you're in Grand Island facing kids from Omaha who are going to D1, Division I schools and can only keep up for the first half of the first quarter, would you want to keep playing? Asked Ward, a member of the Booster Club board with a daughter on the team in 10th grade. Kelly Jeffries knows success is possible in Grand Island, as she led the school to its only state championship in 1979 as a player and amassed 231 wins over 33 years as a coach before resigning in 2012. Nevertheless, Jeffries stated that she understands the current challenges. When competition becomes unreachable, it's clear why children may lose interest, Jeffries commented. This scenario is harmful to all involved, including coaches, players, and others. The challenges in Grand Island and elsewhere are much deeper than just having a poor record. In some areas, girls often find it difficult to access opportunities, to engage and learn the game early on. Many families cannot provide the funds and time needed for club basketball, which prepares players for high school, leading to developmental delays. As teams become more competitive at younger ages, girls may leave the sport if they are cut in elementary school. Families in Grand Island wishing for their children to compete at elite club levels must travel about 2 hours, twice a week, to Lincoln or Omaha for practice, and again on weekends for tournaments, unless they go to other cities. Catherine Langreher, the current coach in Grand Island, trains middle school students and offers free basketball clinics at all elementary schools to ensure a steady flow of players for the sport. However, rebuilding initiatives may encounter challenges, especially due to pressure on children to focus on a single sport. This highlights the atmosphere surrounding club sports and the trend of sport specialization, where kids prefer to participate in or are restricted to just one activity, pointed out John Dolliver, who oversees basketball for the Nebraska School Activities Association. Volleyball has experienced notable growth as the sport gained visibility through television and social media, establishing the U.S. as a global leader. This sport is particularly popular in Nebraska, where both Creighton University and the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, the state's primary institution, rank in the collegiate top 10. Nebraska narrowly lost in the national semifinals on Friday. Last year, 92,003 fans attended a volleyball match at Nebraska's football stadium, setting a world record for attendance at a women's sporting event. Brandon Trout's daughter thrived in basketball during middle school after playing with her brother Isaac, who currently competes for Creighton, but she has always preferred volleyball. She will soon pursue her passion at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. I believe that girls, especially in Nebraska, are naturally inclined toward volleyball, Trout remarked. The volleyball culture in this state is outstanding. While the allure of the WNBA and players like Clark may sway these trends, Ward, a father from Grand Island, can envision an 8-year-old wanting to play basketball, but being told there's no time due to commitments to volleyball and dance. I find it hard to determine if a third grader seeing Caitlin Clark would really choose to quit volleyball and start playing basketball, Ward commented. Her passing leaves a void extending beyond basketball, impacting teammates, fans, and the larger Iowa community. Jamie's connection with the Hawkeyes was deeply personal, not just professional. Even after retiring in 2005, she remained integral to the program, bringing warmth, energy, and joy to every broadcast. As the Iowa basketball community mourns her loss, fans are reminiscing about a memorable moment from her commentary featuring Caitlin Clark, which is widely shared. Iowa women's basketball reporter Kyle Huseman reminisced on X about last year's thrilling NCAA game between the Hawkeyes and the then second-ranked Indiana Hoosiers. The game featured commentary by Jamie Cavey Lang and Rob Brooks, ending with Caitlin Clark's stunning buzzer-beating three-pointer. While the shot sparked fan excitement, it was Cavey Lang's excited and heartfelt commentary that captured the moment. Her repeated, "Oh my God," in disbelief perfectly matched the remarkable scene of Clark's three-pointer. Huseman tweeted the video saying, "Listening back, you don't respond like that unless you are passionate about Iowa women's basketball." Jamie loved Iowa women's basketball, and I'm thankful she saw that first Final Four run before stepping back. It's tragic to hear of her passing at only 41 years old. Cavey played for the Hawkeyes from 2001 to 2005. Her unexpected death on December 21st has stunned NCAA fans, mourning her absence and her memorable commentary from last year's game. The clip shared by Huseman highlights Cavey's deep passion for Iowa, as her voice quivered with excitement while witnessing Clark's game-winning three-pointer. She could hardly contain her emotions, repeatedly exclaiming, "Oh my God," to emphasize the moment's significance. Her commentary gave a personal touch that resonated with fans who fondly remember her. Another fan expressed shock and gratitude for her passionate commentary, sending prayers for her family. "Oh no, I loved hearing her enthusiastic reactions, sending so much love to her family." Although Cavey's playing career at Iowa ended in 2005, she later returned as a commentator for the radio network. However, she had not been involved in this season's broadcasts, and fans were unaware that health issues were the reason for her absence. Her untimely passing at 41 must have devastated her loved ones. Some fans expressed their sorrow, sending prayers for her family, especially her husband and children. "Oh no, this is so sad. I'm praying for everyone who knew and loved her, especially her husband and young kids. R.I.P. Jamie Cavey Lang." And "Breaks my heart. R.I.P. Jamie. Prayers to her family." Jamie Cavey's sudden death has undeniably made a significant impact on the NCAA community. Her passionate insights, love for Iowa, and strong connection with fans will always be remembered,